Welcome to Mr. Foy's Easel. As usual, I'm going to be drawing some critters in various activities or locations. And here's the lineup for them. We're going to start with some critter at the beach and then going down the list on the farm out west, and that's the old west, by the way. On the road, you'll see what that means in due time. In disguise, at the big game, and finally gone fishing. Let's see who's at the beach. Whoever it is has one of my shiny nose features. Oh, I believe it's a dog at the beach. Looks like he's having a good vacation time at the beach. Got a straw hat on. He's got a nice cream cone in his hand. And he's got some loud shorts to wear out on the beach. So he's enjoying a good time, and there's cartoonists when they draw the beach, they put little dots there that's supposed to indicate it's sandy. And he's close to the water too. These little curvy lines, as you can guess, represent the ocean. So here's a canine at the beach. It's a warm summer day, of course. These, you see little lines like this, sometimes they're supposed to represent birds, maybe seagulls off in the distance. Well, let's switch location now from seaside out to countryside on the farm. Well, farms have outbuildings called barns, and this represents the corner of a barn. And this is part of the barnyard, of course. And who do we have? Well, we have a smiley horse looking out his, shall we call it, window? The window of his stall. That's right. I think that's what they call the horse quarters. So here's a farm critter. Doesn't have to plow today, so he's feeling good. Darken that interior a little bit so you can tell more that it's indoors, and he's looking outdoors. So we got a beach scene and a farm scene. Now we going out west, old west. And what do I have here but a cowboy goose. Cowboy goose with a cowboy hat and a cowboy bandana. Got a vest on. Not wearing his gun today. It's peaceful in this little cow town, so he doesn't need his pistol. So there we have. Maybe he's hanging out at the local mercantile store. Well, 3 scenes done. Now this next one, on the road, doesn't mean the character is taking a drive or riding a train or anything like that. Oh no. Instead, you'll see immediately what he's doing. He's trying to catch a ride. He's thumbing his way across the country, I guess. And it happens to be Mr. Pig. He's pretty optimistic. He's got a smile on his face. He thinks he's going to get a ride most any time. There's the roadway, and he's got a battered suitcase down here. So he's looking down the road. Maybe he sees a car on the way, hoping he can hitch a ride. Well, we're about halfway down our list of critters already. Now this next one, some kind of a bird. So he's got a beak, but this bird is wearing dark glasses, and he's got on a old-fashioned men's hat. So apparently he's a spy, and dressing up like spies are supposed to, in a trench coat, big buckle on it, big pockets. He's a barefooted spy. So he's in disguise, although I think most of us would detect him, suspect him, and maybe detect him. Now this next to last one, at the big game, well, sometimes a sports fan out in the stands gets so excited that they just can't sit still, or they have to get active, like this duck. His team has just scored a touchdown or a basket, depending on the sport. And he's waving his fist in the air like, way to go, guys. And in his excitement, he doesn't realize it, but his other hand has come down on another fan's hat. And if I had room, I would show some other people in the stands that were kind of irritated to this guy who's letting his excitement run away with it. We can only imagine the scene following this, whether this guy retaliates in some way against having his hat squashed down on his head. So, way to go, gang. Nothing wrong with cheering, but you want to kind of restrain yourself and not get carried away too much. Well, my last one is Mr. Bear. He's gone fishing. And usually when I draw some dude that's gone fishing, I put a contented expression on his face, getting away from the usual routine Going down to the creek. Got his fishing pole over his shoulder. Just strolling along. He's got a basket over there with his lures and such. And he's kind of humming a lively tune. That's what these little characters mean, musical notes. And there's a sign down here that says to creek. In other words, the creek's down this way. Okay, now these guys need to be have some coloring, so I'm going to put some color on them, make them show up better. All right, let's start out with our vacationing dog. I put a little blue out there to indicate the ocean water, and just give him some pretty colorful shorts that he's wearing. And incidentally, he's got a strawberry flavored ice cream, and he's a brown doggy. And just put a little yellow down there to indicate the sandy beach. And a lot of times cartoon animals have a little pinkish hue on their snouts. Okay, now I'm not going to color much of the barn, but it is supposed to be a red barn. I'll put a little color on that. And our horse here is a sort of palomino, kind of orangey color. And there's a little grassy patch around the barn. Now let's look at our Wild West goose. Get him all colored up. Unfortunately, I won't have time to color the rest of them, but maybe next time I'll do more coloring. This is Mr. Forrest signing off. Keep up with your cartoon practice.